In the last week's session, we got a very rough TUI. Today, we are going to clean up the code. The second goal for today will be to make the app take the full height and width of the screen. The third goal will be to make it responsive. So when we change the terminal size, the boxes should also change with it. Let's start learning. Okay, so this is where we were left off. We have also the naming of the files is atrocious, just hello go. The view is like this whole thing. We are going to fix this and make it a little bit cleaner. I consulted the great ChatGPT. We are going to create an app folder. I already created one. We will place everything accordingly into those files and start from there. I learned quite a bit right now by just doing something very simple as moving files around. First of all, you can have only one main function in Go. The next nice thing I learned, it is very, very strict. We have a package app. Within this app package, we need to have the view, we need to have the model, and we need to have the init, the update, and the model. Otherwise, it won't work. Let's move on. So now, when we do this like this, we can go to our view and we can import our styles. So we are calling our new styles because we are in the same package. So package.app at the top. We don't even have to import it. It automatically knows where to take it from. Let's extract further panels and stuff. This is our structure now. We have our main Go. In our main Go, we just run the program, make some imports, just the ones that we need. Then in the app is where everything actually happens. We have our model. The rest is actually how it's supposed to be. We have the styles we have been already talking about. The view now looks like this. Kind of starts looking like a normal app. Okay, this is important. How Bubble Tea works is actually everything what is included and called by our view is called on every render. Everything run here is rerun. So if we have a function like this one, render right and render left, everything what is defined within those functions is rerun. But if I make a global var like this one, this is only run at the beginning when starts, which is nice because we don't want to re-render everything every time. I have global styles that will not be rendered and not be run every time we re-render something. Let's move on. What we have now a kind of responsive layout that takes the full screen. Yay! It changes the size every time I resize it, and it takes the whole screen. But when I scroll up, something like this happens, so that's not ideal. Maybe I can block scrolling or something like that. How it works, it's actually not as complicated. First of all, we need to go to our update function in the model. In the model, we had to define our width and our height. Our height is also switched here if the message is of type Windows size message, meaning the size has changed. Then we set the model width and the model height. So in the view, we are setting new styles again. So we are not using the global, because if we would use the global, then this would just run on first render and not every time something changes. The whole styles thing is rerun. So now our styles are changing depending on the changes that happen to the window size. And very important, so that we get also the full screen size, I had to go and the view, make an app style wrapper. This app style wrapper wraps over the whole thing here. So I actually can move it like here. It just sets the width and the height to whatever is passed through the model, which is what is set on every change. So now we have like a responsive layout. Not fully working yet, but we are getting somewhere. All right, fixed it. At least it seems like it's fixed. Apparently it is enough to put in this T with alt screen. So it uses kind of an alternative screen, effectively blocking the scroll back functionality, because the scroll back functionality is actually handled by the terminal itself. Great. Problem fixed. Let's move on. Okay, I kind of don't understand it. I have set up a panel body width, which is the full width coming into new styles. New styles width is the width coming from the model, which should be actually the width of the terminal window. And if I do this, it should make the window 5% smaller. No matter what I do, it's just getting smaller and smaller. So I have an error somewhere and I don't know where. So you see it's getting smaller. And what happens if I make it times 100? And still it's just like, I don't know, 70%, 80%? I am missing something. I don't know what. Oh, okay. We are running into integer division order, so it is actually working completely on integers. I understand why we have these discrepancies. If we have here this example, 119 by 100, it is like 1, because it is rounding down. And then if we take 1 times 90, it's 90. Then it's about 75% of what we had before. That's why we have this strange stuff going on. But when we go first and say times 90 and then we do the division, we have more precision and we still don't need to use floats. Okay, one more realization I had just now. I wanted actually to reduce the gap between the header and the two boxes. But I actually cannot do that easily because this gap is just a line height. To reduce it, I would have to reduce the line height in general. And we are here in a terminal, so it's not like drawing images or something like that. We are working with line heights and character widths. This is how the whole thing is constructed in a TUI. Actually makes sense if you think about it, but when you never designed a TUI or built a TUI, you have no idea about such things. But yes, it makes kind of sense. That's nice. We have a responsive window which changes exactly the way we want it. Now I have to still play around a little bit with the size, but doesn't matter. The responsiveness is there. So this is very beautiful. We handled almost everything that I wanted to handle today. We have a full screen window, we have a resizable window, and we have cleaned up the code. It's still everything not perfect. We are still in a small app and playing around like a lot, but this is already something. We have something to work with next time, and it's really a completely different world than working as a web dev. All right, folks, thanks for watching. See you next time.